so I can check the sound. One of these days I'm going to buy a second monitor. That day is not today. Let's see, how's the audio feel? Perfect. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing fabulously today. You know what, we're gonna walk to Mordona, because it's been a while. So, I was going to do this Wednesday, and then I just didn't. I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling good Wednesday, so I just decided not. I was going to do this Thursday, and I didn't, because I slept in until almost 5 at night, and then had a family dinner, and I work overnights. And I couldn't do it Friday, because I played Dungeons & Dragons with my friends, so we're doing the story quests on Saturday. And I've been remarkably unspoiled on this, which is good, because I'm hyped. But now we're just gonna walk to Mordona, because I like making that walk, especially when I'm in Thanolin. If I have to make it from the Free Company Hall in Shirogane, that's just a gigantic pain, but this isn't that bad. No. Nope, not that one. Thank you. Every time I change devices, I have to remember to change all of my settings back. And I always forget a few. Why is the zone music cut out? 14, why are you being weird today? Your mountain can fly no higher. No! The fly distances are so small in the original zones, it's kind of hilarious. Alright, and Mordona is on the other side of the zone. Luckily I'm level 80, so nothing should bother me through here, but... Northern Thanolin has such a cool feel. Have fun, guys. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Longest dungeons in the game. Listen, I know I asked for zone music, but I don't believe I asked for the zone music to change multiple times. Good lord. And now it cut out again. So weird. Hi guys, just passing through. Don't mind me. Not that you would anyway, I'm nearly double your level. I love Imperial architecture. It's one thing I'm extremely excited for in Endwalker, is being able to go to Garlemald. I think it's going to be a lot of fun going and seeing. Like, I know from the screen captures and concept art we've seen, it looks pretty dilapidated, but it should still maintain the general feel of it. Mordona. The town of adventures where nothing ever gets done. I'm so excited. I have not touched the main story yet. Like, this is straight up the beginning of the patch, and I'm so happy. I've been waiting for this since... When was last patch? January? Like, early January? It was something weird, like early January, late December. Alize! Good news, Shirka. Thancred and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here, even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any minute now, so let's see what they have to say, huh? I mean, we might as well. What else are we gonna do right now? Hang around? Did we pay the voice actors? No, we did not. Ah, a welcoming party. You needn't have gotten to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been even more busy enough as it is. You know? Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Thancred, you can't be involved in everything. There's like 12 of us, and only one of us is important. And it's not me. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was a little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alize, Graha, and Jericho. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we were proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't been all tales of triumph, is it ever? Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. It would not be a day in Eorzea if there were not more problems to be had. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Again. Couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try, repeatedly. Why is Thancred trying to lose Urianger? We need him. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to appraise Raban and the others of how to land lies in Garlemald. Why? We could do that in a meeting. We could do that in an email. And mayhap he would do the same for us. Yeah, what? Why? It's not even like they're neighbors. It's not even like they're northern neighbors. Indeed, it's just as Lee said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and Erd, however, are notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandaniel? Almost assuredly. Perhaps. Or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace, which is probably still on fire. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working their day and night to rebuild, or rather, transform it. Into what? The construction is vast and unsettling, like something from a nightmare. Great! Yet, as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with nary a word exchanged between them. Interesting. If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Don't thank him, feed him! We'll be sure to save some for Oriange, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Is Lise dead? Because it was real sketchy on if Lise was gonna die last round. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and look into another matter, as I promised Krile. We need not all attend. Very well. I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more we'll have to speak with Oriange before the meeting. Meet Oriange in the Alamigan Quarter. I am not traveling to Alamigo. Mostly because I don't remember that route, but also because it's just a pain. The Alamigan Quarter is like at the dead end of Alamigo. It's a long trip. Alamigo's also really cool. Love the stonework. Puppy! Love my direwolf. Twitchy puppy. We'll get it eventually. My friends, much more have I heard of your travels in our absence. Heartened am I to see you hale and whole. As are we to see you safely return for your mission, Oriange. I trust Thancred made you feel welcome. No. No, he didn't. On any occasion. Well, if it isn't Alphino and his merry band. Ah, Ironvald. It's been a hot minute. When we spoke by Link Pearl, he told me you'd been away on a mission. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so... similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Good lord, it's been a year since Stormblood? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Ellison are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Alphino having a personality is weird. It was not until my 20th summer that I felt myself outgrew my boyish proportions. Though Moonbrita towered over me nonetheless. Ironvald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. Almost. So what exactly brings you here? Oh, Fordola mostly. Oh. What now? Set out. Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? Yeah? What gave you that impression? Yay! Boring stuffing meetings. Stuffy. Are Ironvald and Fordola dating? I ship it. My apologies. As Arnvald rightly points out, we have a meeting. We have a meeting that could have been told in a, email. Excuse me. Oh, joy.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. 'Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Not well and mostly on fire.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Again, considering it's Bahamut.
Theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoi's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
I have a feeling bolstering your defenses against Lunar Bahamut is more just bunkering down and hoping.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Is this the most we've heard Kani-sana talk since the beginning of the game? She's not normally this vocal.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us.
Not surprising. Not surprising in the
Luckily,
least, honestly.
I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered.
Oh good, so this patch is going to be all walking into those towers because we're the only one who can.
But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
It's a yikes fest.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Again. We just figured out how to cure it, and already we've become confused as
Would
to
that
its
the
nature.
unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers.
Oh, that's not good.
Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
Oh no.
So the Empire is the common thread.
What is the Empire doing in Travania? That's bad.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
That's such a cool word.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first.
Jerica, we're gonna have to walk into a tower.
Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Help us, Warrior of Light, help us! Oh no. It's my evil twin sister. Hi, Fordola. It's been a while.
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
Man,
That
talk about
concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Talk about a hell of a face turn for Fordola. Going from one of the harder mini-bosses in Stormblood to being, like, one of the Alliance's crack agents.
Are you certain about this, Arenvald?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
It's gonna end in the death of Arenvald, isn't it? Man, that would suck. I'm not overly attached to any of the, like, sub-scions, but it would be awful to lose Arenvald like that. Oh god, people. Well, at least this one, they're not standing directly on Arenvald, so I can actually get to him.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Of what?
Arenvald, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan.
Oof. Yeah.
With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
Good man.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Sure you do, you could say no. I mean, it would just land you in a prison cell, but you could say no.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
Parking the bus on Fordola.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat.
More or less.
And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I a part of?
Oh.
I need to know.
I know.
Whatever it is, I need to know.
I know that's probably just the, like, natural weather of the zone, but that was beautifully done.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Fist bump. Hell yeah.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
The one furthest from here.
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Yeah, but when does that ever
and I
stop?
had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
Man, Arenvald's prepared. Arenvald is stepping up.
Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
I mean, they're both tanks. They should be
Mayhap
fine.
when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
No, he hasn't.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh?
You could... That needs to be on a... We need to get to Taru to sew that into a throw pillow at the Rising Stones. Getting into deep water is our lot in life.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me?
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
You like being a hero, you know it.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming.
Oh, that is beautiful framing. Oh, that's awful. Because you can just tell, like, he knows that he's not the Warrior of Light, and he never will be.
I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
Damn right. You guys got this.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Hey guys, while they go do the infinitely dangerous task, let's go hunt down God.
Ah, bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru. I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian.
Oh, good.
And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
Estinian, why? You could just stand still for 5 minutes.
But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Or at the very least, we will ride away in style.
Gladly.
I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
And about 10 story quests. The twins, Graha, and myself going to find Estinian. Why is the color grading so much better on stream? Good lord. These colors are gorgeous on stream. I hope you guys know how much better it looks than what you're seeing. Whenever it brings him home, we must hope that it keeps him there long enough for us to find him. Oh, cool. My favorite destination, so I get to save a little bit of kill. Ishgard! Love Ishgard. All present? Good. Well, let's split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Jericho can delve into the nooks and crannies. Yeah, because we know this place. Very well, let us reconvene at the airship's landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I think I shall begin at the Sky Steel manufactories. Perhaps you can try the congregation. Lucia may very well have heard news of our friend's return. Tires run weird. Lucia! Good morning to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. One of these days, I'm just gonna show up to say hi, and they're gonna be stunned. He just wants to come and go as he pleases. That sounds like a Stendian. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I'm afraid I cannot help you. I mean, we're in Ishgard. There's only one way to travel this place. Hello! How fare you, Blake? So the firmament, eh? It's good to see that the rebuilding's begun, but we'll see whether this Brancel can do right by us Slowthorns. I always love seeing where the dialogue for Hilda is in terms of, like, how far the game has come, because it's always so far behind. The firmament looks so good now that it's rebuilt, too. Like, it is astonishing how well the design went into that place, and I cannot wait for it to open up as a housing district. Not because I'm ever going to get a house in Ishgard, but because I love the architecture of it, and I want it for my house in the Goblet, because that's the only one I can afford to be in, because that's the only one where I have space. Add instanced housing, for the love.
no sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Especially if he has a
it
shower
does seem
later.
awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
Not really anymore. Oh, hey, look!
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence. Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Wrong one. Oh god.
Too long.
Alphino, your twin is being accosted.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Estinian dies by being hoofed off a bridge. Estinian is gonna die by being hoofed off this bridge.
Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
I'm afraid.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Oh, had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side.
I mean, he didn't do too much, and also actively made the situation worse.
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Estinian's gonna, like, sprint off in the far distance.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
Poor Estinian. Has no idea what's happening. This is what happens when you run away so much. We can't clear the bases with you, and you lose sight of everything.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
Alphino's just gonna die of secondhand embarrassment.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
I mean, y'all missed a lot when we thought you were all dead. You missed the entirety of Heaven's Ward.
I wouldn't be so sure. He still loves nothing better than the sound of his own voice.
Sounds like another one I know. Sounds like a lot of people I know.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azis La.
Why?
Azis La? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Ah, Tiamat.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azis La, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation?
Unless this is a separate
Might
Bahamut.
I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard. Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less... blunt?
Graha's like, I've read about all of you and your heroic deeds for so long, and I get to meet you and you're all morons. Oh, that was a short trip. Are we already by Tiamat? Oh. Yeah, we are. We won't go say hi. I'm sure we'll go to say hi in this cutscene. It's been quite some time since I last set foot in Azisla. Yeah, same here, and I don't say I missed the place. But I understand the three of you here were rather here more recently. I don't suppose you chanced a meeting with Tiamat during your visit? No, we were on the other side. But I have studied the relevant records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. She's really sad, and she just sits in the chains all day. Ever since the end of the war with Mericidius, yes. It's been held captive for so long, thousands of years. I had asked as much. She said no. I asked if she still wanted to kill us. She said no. Why am I always tired? I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. Damn, even Estinian's changed. I suppose I should be a half-decent samurai and actually invest in food. Tiamat awaits. This way. We're flying. Huffy. Flying doggo. Destination, not the duck. I love the dragon speak in this game. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Begin the exposition dump. That my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirring. I desperately want the expansion after Endwalker to be in Mericidia, because it sounds like such a fascinating place.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Captives of a lost empire, neither alive nor dead, existing only to preserve Bahamut's corporeal form.
That's awful. Yeah. If any single being has more reason to be angry at the Ascians than the Warrior of Light, it's Tiamat. No, unfortunately there are no depths to which they will stoop. They really are the worst.
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind's suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished. Behavior befitting a great worm.
Estinian wants to let Tiamat out?
We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequences.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
We can fix that! We have a Porksy! Yeah, that is true. Because of the first... There aren't that actually... I don't think there's many First Brood left. There's Tiamat, Nidhogg's dead, Hreysvalgr, and... now Bahamut's dead too. Midgard Somer's technically still alive. God, we could get Midgard Somer in this fight.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speakest thou you in earnest? We're getting Tiamat out. Is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? Is this the best idea we've had?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
This is a bad idea. Nice. I always forget the dragons are aliens. Wait. Are the dragons aliens, or are they from the 13th shard? 13th or 3rd? I think it's 3rd. I can't remember the exact specifics anymore. While Porksies have been shown to be effective in curing the temper, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She's far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful. Why, yes we can. Kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of the shackles. I know Alphina and Jericho here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Stanian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of the star. Though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. Yeah. I gather you are not as young as you look. No. And be indebted to her for the leaves in hot water. I think not. Estinian knows. I believe the notes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Ah, yes, we're familiar with it, the Interior Chemical Research Facility in particular. containing a small amount of my blood. Graha, why are you still using these things? Which you just happened to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd. To explain, Rambros, Urianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels and the transference not only of memories, but of the traits of certain bloodlines. Oh. Hey! Nice! Now we're all royals. We can make a hit single about this. Sorry, Tiamat. Didn't mean for a mid-air collision. Azazla looks so cool. Let's split up and search the flagship for the node that controls TMS restraints. Do not be tempted to make any adjustments. Ah, there it is. Hurts. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause intruder interference. Crunch. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace your damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Yeah, I'm not fixing it. Ah, there it is. Scheduled Dragon Restraint maintenance due in negative 2,000 years. Flying pig. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. Do you guys have any idea how entertaining it is that I have a flying bed as a mount? It's the best thing. Do you wish to operate the Dragon Restraint mechanisms? Not yet. New user detected, commencing biometric authentication. Bloop. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. You may now operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. A system update is required. Oh no. I could hazard a guess. Oh good. So we just have to find the box. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. Yep. We are about to unleash the second or third most powerful dragon on the planet. And we're being told to update the firmware on a robot. Oh hey look, it's the Roaring Triad. I've beaten you guys on multiple occasions. Fun fights. Let's see, according to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. That's not bad. 5 years and 1 day is bad. But it's not bad. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there other options, for instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? Just tell me you've made progress. Estinian's dumb as a brick. It might be best if you left the spare vessel with me. I may have yet have use for it. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Alaga Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Asians, yeah? And it was in the same Inishgard, when they stoked the fuels of conflict. Fires of conflict. Also, yeah. All that the Asians touch turns to ash, unless you have made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. Also, yeah. Absolutely not, we're not reaching out to Fandaniel. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it's but the faintest glimmer. Far from it, that has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited. Yeah. these characters have grown so much from the time that they, like, started their journeys. It's a really nice, it's a really nice example of everything. The story does feel alive because of it. I never feel like, the story isn't going anywhere. And the fact that they always manage to find plot threads that make places important. Azaslaw's been dead for a very long time in terms of zones, but now there's people in it again because of the fact that the story quests are here. Does that mean they're gonna stay here? Absolutely not, but it is nice to come back. Estinian told me all as well, but honestly nothing more. It's like getting blood out of a stone with him. My posture is trash, and it's hurting me. Well, that sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to Nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. And how ruined is this plan? Meaning I'll need all the ether I can get, thank you in advance. Namely, that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Well, thank God. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten? Of war with men of Alag? Wherefore such baleful memories return to me now? Jerica, she trusts you. Speak to her. Wicked, bloodthirsty creatures. Not surprised. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing and searched for a place to make our own eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would become known to be Maricidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Aw, little baby Bahamuts. That's a terrifying sentence. Again, Angelo. Poor Angelo. You're making the Porksy sad. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller of their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Yeah. Interesting. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I will keep watch from above. If this treatment fails, run. He's getting hoofed off a bridge. Graha, why don't you use some of your ether? Cutscene heavy today. Go, Angelo!
No! I'm almost there!
We got you.
This is it, Angelo!
Es ließ an, mich es
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
And then when she tries to kill us, we'll know for sure.
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
Slosk an ol vol kail an. Slosk seth som in an. Aften. Morn. One an. Lis an.
That's rough.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
She's in an
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Do it.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Because if not, this is going to be the fight of our lives.
Bahamut Uljas Ul Asa Vesk.
I legit never thought I would see her free. That's incredible.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
To Pagalthan, then.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
My god, that's so cool. Now all we have to do is wake up Midgardsormr. The foe we face demands no less. Damn right. No. It's still Graha. I've already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. That is either going to be the greatest mistake we have ever made as an organization, or the single greatest accomplishment that will win the war. Oh, and we... okay. Now, I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say that Talaforoi have other plans. Pagalthan is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Tyrupan at their head. Hey! Better pizza, better ingredients. Papa Sean's here. Never going to get old. Marshal Tyrupan has made provisions for such an exigency? I'm a writer and I don't know what that means. Nor is Ul'dah alone in his resolve. The other allied nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagalthan. Oh! Okay. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Wake up, Midgardsormr. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured, but not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amalja show any signs of temper. Strange, what primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? unless it is incapable of doing so. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Jericho and others like her wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone for once. Be that as it may, Leader Muhammad remains an incalculably powerful foe whom our soldiers will struggle the best through the mere force of arms. Is this going to be another one of my favorite large-scale dungeons? Where it's just, you know, it's a regular four-man, but off in the distance boundaries, it's everyone. It was kind of of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Oh yeah, we have to go save Fordola and Arnvald. It should also not be forgotten that the name of this patch is Death Unto Dawn. I was close, but I was just about going the wrong way. Immortal Flames Pilot. That's a... That is a strong-looking NPC. We shall... Hackathon now accessible. Let's go. Nope, not clear selection. Join. I could do this trust, but my trusts are not leveled up and I prefer actual people. Yeah, currency isn't looking that bad. Do I have... Battle armor! Hell yeah. Also just realized I'm using the wrong glamour for my katana. There we go. All my gears maintained. That's an awesome set of armor. Ah, it's Cryptlurker gear. That explains it. Oh, I want to go look at, We're gonna take a quick hop over to the Wolves Den here. I want to check out the new Feast gear, even though I will never get it because I can never get into the Feast. Nope, still late Allegan. Nothing new. It's a cool looking blade, though. Wow. That bard is going ham. That was impressive. Wow. Still Exarchic. Yep. Still Exarchic. I actually want to wear my Cryptarcher here for this, since I have it. I'm dying to Cryptarcher gear white, because I don't think anyone at Square Enix has ever actively dealt with dirt, and the dirt on the pants goes away in the white. Don't ask me how that works. Not Deep Shadow. Can't get Deep Shadow here anymore, I don't think. I'm 1/10 of the way there. Yeah, see, if you, save and delete outfit. Belts are no longer necessary, thank God. No. There it is. Boots and pants. And if you, enable the dye preview. So Jet Black, you have all of the dirt on the pant leg and it looks awful. Look what it does in pure white. The dirt goes away. Nobody at Square Enix has ever dealt with dirt. And also, it looks really cool in white. Like, it looks awesome in black, don't get me wrong. The accents really pop. But I really like how it looks in white. I think it makes the accents look pop just as well. But there's also always Hunter Green. And Hunter Green's really nice. So, I don't know. I do think I'm going to keep it in pure white, though. I really like the look of this coat in pure white. Waiting for dungeon queues is the worst. You've reached the maximum allowable rank. Give us more ranks in the grand companies. It's so frustrating. Blarg. If I tanked this, I'm sure I'd be able to get in right away. It's 'cause it's so late in the week. If I'd done this on Tuesday, it would be fine. The worst part is I've already seen the screenshots of the gear you get from this dungeon, and I'm not impressed with it at all. So really, I'm just going here to do it for the storyline. Like, there's nothing I really want to farm out of this one. And if I knew it, I would tank it or heal it so that we could have a better chance of getting in quickly, but I don't tank or heal things I'm not familiar with. Whoops. Let's go to... Oh, this sucks. Watching that timer just keep going up. There it is. Cool. Oh! Here we go. adjusting the volume once this dungeon's done. This dungeon theme is amazing. Thank you, Kobold. Oh, look at that skyline. Coral. Ah! I like this dungeon so far.
What took you so long? The Amount are in trouble. Let's split up.
This is awesome. Like, genuinely, this is really cool. Audio and visual levels gotta change.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh dear. It's a rather short dungeon, too. Aha! faster. That's a wife. That sucks. But we've got this. A lot of dead Amaltra. Could have let me gotten that last attack off. That's insane. Look at that. Actually, that's not half bad. I don't like it, but it's not half bad. Oh hey, it's Torch's turn. Lunar Bahamut himself. Y'all go for it. Let's go. I genuinely was not expecting to fight Lunar Bahamut in this patch. I'm sure that's a blue mage spell, and I want it so bad. Ow. Oh dear. That's an awesome attack. Artillery's on point, they're getting my comms. Very nice. Interesting. Lir Muhammad's just gone. Alright.
So Ash-i An Esk Snodo in Aisto Antal An in Aisto.
Yeah.
Antal Afa Snalosk Ash An Dran Mira.
I genuinely hope the dragons of Mericidia are fine, like, from here on out, because, like, they've been through so much. Also, I'm sorry I keep shifting in my chair. I'm trying to get comfortable.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well.
Oh hey, it's an Amalja.
Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
If only because that's one less time I have to sharpen my blade. My blade.
Enemy is our friend.
And my blade.
And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
Hell yeah.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Yeah, we came here for a secondary purpose, guys. How are Ferdola and Arenvald doing? Sometime earlier. Oh no. Yeah, that's about what I expect. Eee. Yeah,
What in
it's
Ralga's
squishy.
name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
Are they batteries? Ah, lunar retreat.
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
No, no, you're not leaving at all. While it would be too much to hope that we've seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt with the schemes of telling below this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. When the dust settles. If they keep to the 10 quests a patch, which I'm willing to bet they will, we shouldn't have that much more to go. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss this day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave Scions! Oh dear. Alphino is having a time. I must go, forgive me your grace. Books it. The wounded scout. Not saved that it is grave. Ouch. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Jerica, Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Come on, then. Estinian's just like, fine, I'll go babysit. Back to the MSQ glamour. I change my outfits so often. Oh hey, I actually wasn't that far off. Eggs. Is the Easter event still going? Oh, hi, Fordola. Enough, Alvino. Trying to get him to calm down is just ridiculous.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light.
Ouch.
People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
There's a reason you're still alive, lady, and it's because Alvino stood up for you.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better, and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll not be next.
Hey, we've been up against
And what'll become of your precious dreams then?
a fair bit.
They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Let us rejoin the others. There's a lot said in that unspoken nod.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Is this where the banquet happened?
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Pippin's voice actor did not get paid for this patch.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fandaniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Lunar versions of
For
all
a blessing,
primals.
none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak. Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray,
the color grading is so much better on stream. I cannot believe how good it looks.
After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
Hell yeah.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
cutscene. More cutscenes. Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's time we return to the Rising Stones. And that includes you, Alphino. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. And some tea. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Don't become a realist. Don't become a realist, because the only other idealist on the team we have is the Warrior of Light, and she's got a concussion. And by that I mean multiple. Justinian being forced to be a team player is the best thing. If I refused, she would only pursue me. It's not unfair. It is easier to not have to chase him down, so I accept that. Pray return to the Rising Stones. Whoa! Hang on, give me a second. When someone has a cool glam, you comment on it.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
What Kryl?
Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Oh!
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
You'd be surprised what people can turn a blind eye to.
I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough.
We have to go finish Eureka.
If there are no objections, I shall depart for Charlian at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
I think near the end of the Dragon Song War, because the day in the Crystarium was nobody. It was... yeah, I think near the end of the Dragon Song War.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
That is optimistic in the extreme,
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
Listen, you get an impossible amount of stuff done, but like...
Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Charlian, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Yes.
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
Rebuilding the ranks.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
For the time being. Until the fall.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Charlian, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Oh, good. Let's go see how much furniture has been tossed aside. It's a...
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance.
Kill him.
Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
What is he going for?
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say,
oh no,
it does seem rather apt.
Oh no. The new melee class is going to be a scythe wielder. records got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. Oh, is that it? Where did... I just had it. Yeah, that's it. Alright then. Until, 6.0. That was a good patch, actually. I like that a lot. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. I'm planning on picking an interim game because I want to stream Resident Evil 8 when it drops, and that's May 7th. So we'll see what I end up picking up. Probably be Monday or Tuesday. But I don't put a schedule on anything anymore. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.